Unfortunately, champ, we gotta talk about your Lakers. They got swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Unfortunately, with no Luka Doncic, you're gonna have to move on from DeAndre Ayton.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
What did the
Yes.
bro? Your ass should give every damn check that you made off the Lakers. You need to go get that to charity.
DeAndre faking.
Cause for them 4 games, you need to give your dad. You need to go out there to to Staples Center, and you need to give every person out there your damn check. Cause you didn't do nothing in that arena. I hope you went to the bathroom and peed before you left the arena, so you can say you did something before you left. Cause that was nasty what you did. That was
Jackson Hayes.
nasty.
Jackson Hayes outplayed him, bro.
Yeah. And there's so much to be desired in LA, man. Like I stated, LA, look, man, there's a lot that you got a lot of work to do this summer, man. And it seems like it's been that ever since the bubble championship. Matter of fact, it's been like that since Kobe unfortunately retired. It's just all this patchwork and rebuild. I don't think we're drafting very, very well. I think that we're making trades in order to build fast and stay relevant, which Los Angeles loves a winner. But if you're honest with the fans, I think they will put up with, you being on the downside for a little bit. But you gotta resign Austin Reeves. You gotta find a big man. You gotta see what you're gonna do about LeBron and see if he's gonna be there, him and Bronny. You gotta see what you're gonna do. Because this team is not gonna get it. Nearly 90% of our roster is free agents next year. Nearly 90, with the exception of Luka. So Austin Reeves has to be re-signed. Got to get a big man because DeAndre Ayton ain't worth a bucket of warm spit. That's just how it goes. It's like I can't. And the thing is, look, the easy way out is LeBron. But this
It
team
was DeAndre Ayton. You
is
mean
DeAndre
DeAndre? I
Ayton.
ain't taken.
I mean,
DeAndre, I ain't taken.
it's just you
He
have
looked
no
like
other.
DeAndre. I ain't taken. I ain't helping out the Lakers. I mean, he was that bad, but not only that bad in the playoffs, champ. He was overall bad throughout the season.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, he was not good at all.
yeah. It's just time to get rid of DeAndre Ayton. It's time to revamp that roster. It's time to get you a comparable big man. It's time to draft. You build in the draft. I understand that the Lakers are the city of stars and the city of angels, but you have to have that one player that's homegrown. You have to. You have to. I know we're used to the big trades with LA. We're used to the big trades with Paul Gasol. We're used to the big free agent acquisitions with Shaq and Meta World Peace. We're used to that. But it's time that we build something in this draft so that we can get something going. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. You need to draft better. So that way you won't have to depend on free agents. That way you won't have to depend on a little bit of, you know, broken chemistry, just bringing players in. And look, we on the new ownership right about now, man. They're not gonna take this shit. So Rob Pelinka, you better do something fast. Otherwise, you might find yourself out that door because you already behind the 8 ball because the man you got fired as the president of basketball operations is not your boss. Yeah, Magic Johnson is your boss now. So, you better get it together fast because Mr. Mark Walter, that dude don't play about winning. If you have any other inklings about how that man don't play about winning, look at the Dodgers right now.
Mm-hmm.
Back-to-back championships trying to go for a repeat, for a three-peat, excuse me. The Braves gonna stop you from getting there, but I digress. There's
It's
a lot
early.
right there, man. The Lakers, it's a lot of hype, no substance. And, you know, there's a lot of hype, no substance. We're essentially the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA, man. I've said it once, I've said it again. We're the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. We get
I
all
think
our
I think the Dallas Cowboys would be offended by that because of what they've had in the offseason. They've had an excellent offseason. At least they've done some things in the draft. and with free agency. I mean, now I'm being honest, champ. You know how critical I am with Jerry Jones, but we gotta give credit for what he has done in the offseason. You gotta
I
give him
mean,
that.
the thing is, but that's not how you're measured as. You're measured in Dallas, much like you are in LA, championships. And
Well, I understand
there's
that,
a
but
lot of the
I understand that, but Dallas Cowboys at one point they used to have as many Super Bowls. They still have 5 Super Bowls. All they need is for Jerry to stay out the way. But the problem is, champ, JJ Redick was the head coach. You moved on from Darvin Ham. There were questions about him. JJ, did you bring him in because of his rapport with Braun? And then you have to ask yourself, okay, I like Rui Hachimura. I love what he can do as far as being a scorer and also a defender.
He showed up. He showed up in that series. He
He
balled.
did. He has stepped up for the Lakers. D'Angelo Russell at the time when you acquired him, okay, you moved okay. It seemed like to me you just needed to get a point guard because you had issues with Russell Westbrook. So you brought in D'Angelo Russell, but D'Angelo Russell, it still wasn't going to be enough. You're just going to have to draft and develop players. But with the Lakers, the fans, they need to be patient. It takes culture. It takes time in order for you to identify the talent and develop it. You've also mentioned that it's time for them to hand the keys to Luka.
yeah.
And Luka, before the playoffs, before unfortunately the hamstring injury, he was balling. And when Luka is in shape, this is what he can give on a nightly basis. Luka had a hell of a season. I just think, champ, and to make matters even worse for the Lakers, you know Dylan Brooks. He had to be there in Game 4. I mean,
looking like I said, he looked just like that dude that snitched on Queen and Slim in that movie, bro. That dude at the end that was counting all that money. He looked just like that dude. But like I said, rightfully so, man. Look, you swept, you beat my team within a nick. You beat my team to life. I'm gonna hate on your downfall. And the thing is, people don't want to acknowledge that. It's like, yeah, it's because you beat my team. I'm gonna hate you because you beat my team. There's a lot to be desired. I believe, look, 3 things that you need to be worried about. Resign Luke Kennard, resign Austin Reeves, get you a big man, see where it goes. And look, man, I understand I like JJ Redick, but guess what, man? Get you a true coach in there and give him more than just 5 years. Get you a true ass coach in there that's gonna change the culture. Get you a true coach in there. I wouldn't mind you going after Thibs at this point, but get you somebody true in there that's going to change the culture and get you back to where you were. Bring in a culture changer. Bring in somebody who's going to do a lot of things. I know Tom Thibodeau has his ways as far as, players and running players into the ground, but you need something. Stop bringing in these damn podcasters and these other coaches and trying to just pull a miracle out of your behinds simply off the strength that your team has talent. If anything showed you that talent alone doesn't win championship, look at the Lakers before they hired Phil Jackson. They had 4 damn All-Stars. They had Nick the Quick, Eddie Jones, Shaq, and Kobe. Then they had Elder Campbell. Guess what? With Dale Harris at the helm, they kept losing in the Eastern Conference Finals. Finally got Phil Jackson, got him over the hump. So there is a lot to be desired. I question the coaching. I question what they're going to do. I think this front office that they have right now, they on their last leg. I think Rob Pelinka's on his last leg. And, I think what saved his job for at least a couple more years was that robbery we call a trade for Luka. I think that saved him because if he hadn't pulled nothing off soon, that would have been a whole nother ball game. But you got to dig deep. You got to see who fits this team. Not just the biggest names out there in free agency this year, because there's going to be a big-ass free agency this year. But you got to see who fits this team. Who fits with Luka, Austin Reeves, Luke Kennard. Rui Hachimura is going to be there. You got to see who fits this team. You got to get DeAndre Ayton his walker papers and get him up out of there. So you got to do a lot of work this offseason. Rob Pelinka, If don't, I'm
Yeah,
afraid
you're
to
gonna
say
have to send
you
them
need
the
to feel bad.
FedEx then.
Huh?
Send them the FedEx.
Yeah. A UPS one, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, that dude, you are too. I'ma just be real. We have a saying down south, and you know where I'm going.
Well,
You too big to be that damn sorry.
yeah, you too big to be that damn sorry.
Everybody follows you, bro. You too big to be that damn sorry. It just don't make no sense. Damn. What the hell? All in the great words that they got from Malibu's Most Wanted, all that buffness for nothing. The hell? I mean, soft as a marshmallow. What the hell? What are you doing about it? I mean, don't want no contact post
My
on
bad, I can't stop laughing.
I mean, damn, bro. I mean, they killing us in the middle because of you. And guys, one more thing before we move on. Cut out all these fake GOAT conversations. Guys, GOAT conversations is narrative driven. It's narrative driven. Because the minute that, oh, LeBron won without, look, let it go. I mean, the thing is, we're so quick to want to have a story in this business that we'll point to anything in order to try to grab onto. Cut out the GOAT conversation. LeBron was great in his own right. Mike was great in his own right. And Michael don't even like them damn conversations. So can't we just let it go? The GOAT conversation is a
The
conversation.
big fella. In the words of Vince McMahon, there's no chance in hell that's gonna happen.
Again, like I said, the guy who we call the GOAT doesn't even want that conversation.
Yes, but you know how social media is. You know how the public and the media is. That shit is not going away. You know that.
Yeah, no.
You know that. It's not going away, just like you can't stay away from them damn women. I mean, you're doing your part staying away from the damn fridge, but you can't find a way to stay away from the damn women. So what the hell makes you think they're going to stop having the GOAT conversations? They're not going to stop having these GOAT conversations. Unfortunately, champ is going to be here to stay. So no matter what you say or what you trying to plead, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. That's like, I mean, the Mahomes Brady GOAT conversations, people, it's not going to stop happening. Unfortunately, people are still going to feed into narratives and all that other stuff. That's just unfortunately how it goes. We can just, I mean, but hey,
it is what it is. But like I said, even the GOAT himself, much like the GOAT of hockey, Wayne Gretzky, he don't like them conversations. So when the quote unquote GOAT says, there is no GOAT, man. Let's just cut it out. It's like, stop trying to use me in conversations where I really don't want to be in. So,
but that's not gonna stop happening.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. I mean, think about it, champ. Think about it, champ. Think about. But that's my point. But that's my point. You sent me an article about First Take on their ratings, how they were last week when they brought in Skip Bayless. And when they were having the discussion about Michael Jordan and LeBron James, Skip Bayless had him top 9. I had him 9th on his list.
Had him 9th. 9th.
Don't nobody want.
Skip need to say less is what his name need to be.
Why do you think? But champ, I'm not surprised. Why do you think I did not even take the time to watch the entire episode? I saw clips here and there, but I wasn't interested in watching Skip back on First Take. Why? Because people are going to spew in bullshit. That's just how it is. So at the same time, I'm not going to be surprised. Even with LeBron losing in the final or losing in the playoff series, champ, there's still going to be more GOAT conversations. Don't be surprised that's going to happen. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes.
Let me tell you something. If the Lakers had won that series against Oakland, like I saw Dwayne had made a comment talking about some whenever he loses, they like to bring up the GOAT conversation. Oh, that works. Oh, that works if he that works when he wins. That works when I'm just saying that works when he wins too. Bro. That works when he wins too, because I promise you, if LeBron had won that series against the Oklahoma City Thunder, they had some in the clip ready to go.
Hey, look at that comment that Dwayne made, bro.
Yeah.
Dwayne, you got to chill, bro. Dwayne, you got to chill, big homie.
Ooh.
That's nasty work right there.
boy, and shut up,
But yeah,
Roderick. Don't say
that
it. Don't say
conversation
it.
has to stop, man. And at this
Don't.
point, it's a tired conversation. It's like, who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT, bro? There's a lot more basketball conversation that we can start rather than who's the darn GOAT. I mean, and like I stated, even when the man himself that we proclaim to be the GOAT doesn't want to is saying there is no GOAT, and then we're still trying to have these conversations. Like, let it go, bro. Enough's enough. Like enough's enough. So, hey,
Ooh.
so it's that time. Right about now, the Cleveland Cavaliers are down by 10. Well, they're down by 11, and it's not looking good for them at this point. And they have a chance in order to close it out, but they're not taking advantage of the opportunity as usual. I mean, that for usual. So that's just what's going on. But
Shout out to answer to the call, and oh God, Dwayne, damn.
bro, Dwayne, you got to chill, bro. Chill out.
Ooh,
Chill out, big homie.
ooh, ooh, ooh,
Not the T
ooh.
word.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Nasty work. But
Woo.
yeah, it's time to stop them
Man,
conversations. But the Lakers, y'all got a lot of work to do in the off season. Rob Pelinka, I'm hoping that you get it together. Otherwise, you might be getting them papers, them papers, them papers. This a big off season for you, Rob Pelinka. Like I said, that Luka trade bought you some time.
it really did.
But it bought you some time. Because you was able to pull that off and not have to be so heavily reliant on LeBron and Chandelier Davis. You didn't have to rely on them that much more, no more.
Chandelier.
Now you have a chance to build around a superstar in his prime. What are you going to do now? There's your chance. Because like I said, that Luka trade bought you some time. How much time are you going to let go by? Because guess what? The worst thing that can happen than Luka being traded to the Lakers is wasting his great prime at the Lakers. That would be an even bigger shame than the trade itself. Because how would the Lakers be remembered if they wasted the prime of a great player? Think about how many great players who went to the Lakers in their prime and was able to win a championship. Their name got bigger than it ever was. Think about the reputation that this franchise would have, even with the 18 championships, if they wasted Luka's prime. There's a lot to be desired there. You got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to do.
BRF, is there anything you want to add before we may talk about a little bit of WNBA?
I mean, I called this before the series was started. I mean, I said the Lakers would be lucky to get a game in this series. I felt like the matchup was just too Oklahoma City dominant. I mean, the weakness showed in all four games. DeAndre Ayton against Chet Holmgren. That was the weakness. I knew you can look at some series like this and you know where the weakness is. You know where the advantage is. Like where the Lakers can play the perimeter game. You got Braun, you got Austin Reeves, you got Rui Hachimura. You got those guys that can give you buckets from the perimeter, make their jump shots. It was going to come down to the front court. It was going to come down to the center spot. DeAndre Ayton it's DeAndre Ayton, I think right now, to be as highly touted of a player as he was coming out of Arizona. And then the seasons that he was able to put up in Phoenix, you thought he was really about to blossom into something really, really special. And now you're seeing him, he's like the biggest, he looks like one of the biggest waste of spaces in the NBA. You are too talented of a player. You have an amazing mid-range game. You can play in the post when you want. You are a decent rebounder. You have too much talent to just let it waste like that. Like he was just going through the motions. Like it's like he didn't want to do anything. I knew where the matchup was. And that's why I said the Lakers would be lucky to get a game because I knew OKC with their front court, their ability to run the floor their ability, like they could play half court, they could play transition. They're obviously great defensively in transition or in the or when they have to set up in the half court. They do everything. They're deep. They're like 9-10 deep. I mean, Oklahoma City. I just knew. You just know you know this you know this stuff when you look at certain series like this. I just knew the Lakers really had no shot here, and it didn't shock me at all that they got swept. I just felt the Thunder were just too good for LA because at the end of the day, Oklahoma City they're gonna get there. They're gonna be able to hit their shots. They're gonna be able to execute. It was gonna be up to the Lakers to keep up, and I just knew they weren't gonna be able to keep up. And then ultimately, it just really came down to
And
the
of
only
course,
shot for.
OKC's defense.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like OKC, right? I would say probably right now the two best defensive teams in the league right now. I think are going to end up playing in the conference finals, and that's OKC and San Antonio. I think
That's
that's what
a fact.
I think that's what the Western Conference Finals are going to end up being. I just knew they were going to be too much. The Lakers had to keep up with them. They had to hit shots, and they could, and I just knew it wasn't going to go down like that. So that series absolutely did not shock me at all that they got swept. It did not shock me at all the way they had their way with DeAndre Ayton. Ultimately, the OKC Thunder are just men on a mission, wanting to repeat. So that series did not shock me one bit. It didn't shock me at all that they got swept like that. It didn't shock me at all.
The reason why I'm laughing is because I think Champ right now, if Champ wants to do something to get the Lakers' attention, Rob Pelinka's attention, he's going to have to terrify Rob Pelinka. Wrestling. Do you remember how Undertaker kidnapped Teddy Long in the limo?
Yes.
And remember, Teddy Long came out of the limo, entered the ring, looking all scared and telling CM Punk tonight, you're going to go with one-on-one with The Undertaker. That's what they need to do to Rob Pelinka, to tell him, listen, you better get your shit together. Otherwise, we're going to get you up out of here.
So tonight you will go one-on-one with The Undertaker.
I remember that segment too because he had him go up against Undertaker that night, and then booked him in the Hell in a Cell match for the World Heavyweight Championship at the pay-per-view.
You will also face The Undertaker tonight. But there got to be something done. Otherwise, you're going to have your walking papers within the next 2 years, bro. I'll give it 2 years. 2 years.
Let's